The legislative session, it got underway today. Lawmakers gathering to kick off the new year with, well, new priorities. Leaders from both the House and the Senate have their agendas for the Democratic majority to work on. Paul Drew shows us what some of the top issues will be for this legislative session.
Hundreds packed the state capitol to the brim for the opening of the 33rd legislature. One of the first orders of business, electing the Senate president, and Ron Koichi gets the gavel again for the 10th time. He then laid out some of the top priorities for the Senate majority, including expanding pre-K education, making better use of agricultural land, and spending more than $250 million for affordable housing.
The lack of the affordable housing affects every sector of our economy and the ability to recruit and retain employees. And if we don't get more of these units out and we don't move quickly, then it's going to be a problem.
As Maui recovers from its devastating deadly wildfires, dealing with rapidly rising insurance rates and a lack of coverage is also a priority. Under legislation this session, the state could become the last resort for home and condo owners looking for insurance.
Retool and restart the programs that were created after Hurricane Iniki hit and the insurers fled the market after that disaster, which are essentially state programs to stabilize the market and allow homeowners some access to insurance.
That idea is supported by members in the Senate and the House, which has a new speaker. Nadine Nakamura, the first woman as Hawaii's House Speaker, who said the top priority in the House will be housing.
Whatever we can do to reduce the cost of housing, create more affordable housing, especially for working families, is a huge priority for this session.
Hawaii is starting the session in a good economic position, but there is talk of tapping into the interest on the state's rainy day fund, using it to expand the rental housing trust fund, or going to other potential housing projects. There's also support for making recreational marijuana legal this legislative session and having cannabis regulated by the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs. But one thing that won't happen this year is eliminating Hawaii's income tax, which is being called for by some residents and Republican lawmakers, because Hawaii residents recently got some tax relief.
Last year, we did historic income tax cuts that included $5 billion over the next 6 years. That is what it is costing the state of Hawaii to implement this tax cut.
Paul Drews, Island News.